Hi everyone. Today is part 2 of quantum jumping. I'm continuing that. How's everybody doing? Okay. I'm not gonna repeat everything that I spoke about in the first video because it would defeat the purpose and it will be too long. Um, but I will compare the two ways of co-creating what you want, and you will see why is it better to do the quantum jump versus the three-step method. Okay, so the three-step method is actually in this book in detail, but let's go over it. First, again, everything exists in quantum possibility, okay, in vibrational form, and in order for it to take a physical form or collapse is taking physical form in space and time, there must be consciousness, okay? Without consciousness, there's no physical matter. In order for matter to take physical form in space and time, it needs consciousness to observe it into being. That's, in a nutshell, what quantum physics talk about, okay? And quantum physics are new, right? And it's catching up to Asian knowledge and all the traditions in all the cultures and all religious studies, and all of that everything was already created once. Creation is complete and everything exists in a vibrational form, and in order for you to observe it or have an experience, you have to consciously uh, think of the end result. And let's just go over the 3 steps. Okay, first one, you have to be clear exactly what you want. What is your goal? What do you want to experience or have or be or whatever? It has to be very clear to the detail. Every single, you have to be clear. Let's say you want a car. What car? What is the maker? Is it leather inside or not? What is the color? What is the year? Uh, how the dashboard looks? You have to be very, very clear about all the tiny little details. Because if you're unsure, if you go like, I want a red car. Oh, no, 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 no. You know what? Red car, probably high insurance. I want dark, black. Oh no, black will warm up on the sun. I want white. If that's how you're gonna approach it, you're not gonna co-create anything because you're just too vague and you're just all over the place, and you constantly switching. This is not being clear about the goal, okay? The second step, I'm doing the short version. If you want to really get into it and understand how it works, obviously I'm not gonna read the whole part 2 of the book, but the book is actually very tiny and thin and it's cheap, and if you want to just get it and go with the whole 9 yards, it's there, okay? This part 2 is act as if it's already yours. What does it mean? It means you have to get the feeling. How would you feel if you had that car? Okay, because car is our example. So how can you capture the feeling of owning that car? Well, one way, you can go to dealership and ask to test drive that car. So you sit in exactly the one that you want to have, okay? And you drive it and you soak in all the feelings and how you're gonna feel, how the leather's gonna smell, how the dashboard will look, and how you're gonna look out of the windows and look in your back mirror, and how it's gonna smell, and how the steering wheel is gonna feel in your hands. You soak everything in. For your brain and your consciousness, either it's your car and or it's not. If you even just imagining it and not really living through the experience, it doesn't matter. Everything that you are thinking in your brain, your consciousness takes as real. It doesn't make distinction. It doesn't know if it's real or not. If you're thinking about it with emotion, because emotion is motion or energy in motion, okay, uh, it just takes it as if you're actually observing it, okay. So you have to act as if it's already yours. Test drive that car as long as you can. Soak in all the feelings and uh, emotions of driving that car and being inside and looking at it from outside, entering, exiting, everything you can do. Okay, then come home and relive that experience at home. Okay, and number 3 is acceptance and gratitude. If you are thinking about where you're gonna park it, are you going to be able to afford parking? Are you able to afford insurance for that car? Are you able to buy it somehow? How are you gonna swing that one? Um, it, if you, it means your consciousness registers that you are not ready for it. Okay, and step 1 and step 2 is useless, because if you're not ready, you're not gonna get it. What you can do is go to your garage or look on the street and decide where you're actually going to park. Okay. uh, the secret to this collapse method or any other is you don't you approach the whole thing as if you placing an order, let's say on Amazon. Not doing commercial for Amazon, but or eBay or whatever catalog. Let's say you're going on catalog and you're ordering something. When you place an order, you pay for it, and that's it. You know it's yours. The moment you paid for it, the moment you place the order, it's yours, right? You're not going back to that site or to eBay or Amazon or whatever. You're not going back and checking, oh, is it mine? Did I actually pay for it? Is it mine? You know it's yours. You place the order. You know it's on the way. You're not stressing about it, okay? It's yours. Well, when you pay attention, you buy your experience. Okay? If you hold that image in your head and you're not worried about how it's gonna come around, it will come around. Because everything in vibrational form, you will observe it into physical form. Okay? So this is the 3-step method. And now see how much easier is quantum jumping. Okay, quantum jumping is about, this is, let's say you're present and you want something different to experience, okay? Let's say you broke up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Let's say girlfriend, okay? It's a guy. And he's unhappy because they broke up, okay? And he really, really, really wants his girl to love him again and pay attention to him and come back to him. He is unhappy version A in the present, but if he can imagine what successful, attractive version of him looks like, that girlfriend will love and come back to, in detail, what kind of guy should he be? In detail, go over in your imagination what would this version look like, speak like, walk like, feel like, imagine all the different details. Just imagine in your head, like play it around in your head. Imagine that version of you, how it will feel, how will it behave, okay? Okay, and then when you're clear about how this version of you acts and feels and behaves and walks and talks and looks, then you merge with that version of you, version B, because in vibrational form it already exists, everything was already created. There are different kinds of versions of you. There's a version who can paint, there's a version who can compose music, there's a version who can ride the bicycle, there's all kinds of versions of you. But if you think from the point of view of version A, you're going to collapse version A. You're going to absorb version A into existence. So he lost his girlfriend because that's his the way that he felt and acted and talked, and he probably was afraid that she doesn't like him. He was doubting if he's handsome, if he's interesting. Maybe he was jealous. Maybe he was clingy, and these kinds of behaviors and vibrational feelings do not attract other people. They kind of repel them, right? So if he can get clear how the version B that is with his girlfriend, that he's so attractive and so confident, and there's no other option, and he can imagine that she's coming back to him and how it's gonna play out. She's gonna call him and say, you know what, I'm so sorry, I was wrong, I don't know what came over me, I think I love you. Just play it in your mind, imagine it, but most importantly, you have to merge with that version of you, okay? And if you merge and become version B, there's no other way but experience everything that version B is supposed to experience. And that's how you jump. You just imagine and you jump into version B. Done. And it works so fast. You can spend 20 minutes doing this exercise, getting very clear what you're gonna be, and then just imagine merging with that version, and maybe close your eyes, deep breathe, and just imagine that scenario, play it in your head, and decide when you open your eyes, you're already version B. And you stand up and you act as version B and you think like version B, and see how fast the thing's gonna turn around and come around. Okay, this is like a dry version. If you want to more extended explanation, go to the previous video. I talked about quantum jumping more extensively and explaining more extensively. In this one, I wanted to compare the two, okay? In the next one, it's gonna be exciting. Part 3, gonna be very exciting, because I'm going to go into something really outrageous and talk about how you can mold your reality just by quantum jumping, and like molding your reality and really like co-creating anything you want. And now we're talking like about things and relationships. Wait until something else, okay? Really. And you will understand that there are actually multiple realities, and you can shift between them and experience them. You can go back, you can go forward, you can go parallel, you can do all of these things. And oh wow, it's so interesting. And spoiler alert, Mandela effect. Now your brain will start going, because that's where the Mandela effect is coming from. It's you remembering two different realities, okay? Okay, so we're gonna have fun. Thank you so much. All the best.